Thank you all for being here today to help us bring attention to this very tragic and senseless murder of 13-year-old Saith Mendez. I am joined up here today by Homicide Bureau Captain Art Spencer, Lieutenant Mike Modica, and the lead investigators who have done an amazing job on this case, just relentless investigation up to this point to identify the suspect in this case. Detectives Chris Marizi and Annie Ng. From our Pico Rivera station where this tragic incident happened, this tragic murder happened, we have Captain Jose Hernandez from the city of Pico Rivera and our operations lieutenant there as well. I want to acknowledge with me here today also Mayor John Garcia from the city of Pico Rivera and City Manager Steve Carmona, who have joined us. And they're not only here to support the family and our efforts, but they're amazing partners as we have contracted law enforcement services for the city of Pico Rivera. But probably most importantly, we are accompanied here this morning by Saith Mendez's mother, Clara Mendez. She will not be speaking today. But we asked her to be here. She chose to be here. And please respect her space. I cannot tell you from just talking with her how difficult it is for her to be going through this as a mother who lost her child. And Clara, on behalf of all of us here at the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department and the city of Pico Rivera, like I told you when I met with you a couple of minutes ago, yes, we deal with these kind of incidences once in a while, but this one is a little different when we lose the life of a 13-year-old boy, just like this and the way I'll describe it. So we're so sorry for your tremendous loss. So we are here today asking for your help to locate the suspect responsible for Saith's murder. On the monitors on either side of me, behind me, are several photos of Saith, a young man whose life was taken way too soon, who had a bright and promising future, and an incredible young man. Saith was one of 5 children. He has 3 adult siblings and 1 younger sister. Saith enjoyed playing video games and playing basketball with his friends from the neighborhood, describing what a 13-year-old does. On the evening of Saturday, July 23rd at approximately 11:35 p.m., Saith was with his mother while she was working a night shift as a gas station attendant at the gas station where this occurred. While waiting in his mother's vehicle, Saith decided to briefly enter the gas station to speak to his mother. After their conversation, he walked away from the gas station. Moments after Saith left the gas station, a tan 4-door vehicle drove into the gas station and parked next to a gas pump. The driver exited the vehicle, approached the service window, and began talking with Clara, the mom. The male suspect, who remained in the vehicle, was seen exiting the rear passenger seat and lingering around the area. That male suspect has now been identified as Andres Chavez, a 20-year-old male Hispanic whose photos are shown on the monitor here to my left. When Saith walked back towards the gas station, he walked past suspect Chavez. Saith did not engage with the suspect, and from what we can tell, there was no confrontation between them before the shooting occurred. Unprovoked, and I repeat that, unprovoked, suspect Chavez drew a firearm, took several steps towards Saith, and shot him at close range. After Saith collapsed to the ground, suspect Chavez proceeded to stand over him and fire multiple rounds into Saith. Following the shooting, suspect Chavez fled on foot into a nearby residential area. Deputies from the Pico Rivera station were quickly dispatched to the scene. Upon their arrival, they immediately began life-saving measures to try and save Said's life. And they also called for the Los Angeles County Fire Department to assist them. Despite the deputies and the fire department personnel's efforts to save Said's life, he sadly succumbed to his injuries. The driver of the tan vehicle and a female passenger remained at the scene. Both were detained for questioning and later released pending further investigation. Based on suspect Chavez's violent actions and willingness to use a firearm without provocation, he should be considered armed and dangerous. We are here today for two reasons. First, to seek justice for Saith and his family. Second, to get this violent individual who committed this very cowardly act off of our streets. We are asking for your help. It's sad that I have to describe these actions the way I have in front of the family, but we talked to them about it beforehand. And what I didn't mention is that the mother witnessed everything I just described, if you can imagine that. So we are asking for your help because we believe somebody in the community knows where suspect Chavez is right now. If you have any information that could lead to his arrest, we urge you to come forward and contact our homicide investigators at 323-890-5500. And if you wish to remain anonymous, you can always contact Crime Stoppers. If you see him, do not approach him. Immediately dial 911 and notify your local law enforcement agency if it's not in our sheriff's jurisdiction. Our community is an essential partner in solving almost every crime that we respond and investigate. You are our eyes and ears in our communities. Your information, no matter how small it may seem, may make a huge difference and can bring justice to the Mendez family. I do want to take a moment to thank our homicide investigators and assisting units who have been working around the clock on this case because their dedication and tireless efforts have been able to identify the suspect that we're identifying today, suspect Chavez. Once suspect Chavez is apprehended, homicide investigators will present this case to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office for their filing consideration. And just to take a pause to the Mendez family and the Pico Rivera community, we want you to know that we will not rest until this individual's in custody and justice is served. We are committed to keeping our community safe and bringing closure to those that are in mourning, specifically mom and the family. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to introduce the Mayor of Pico Rivera, John Garcia, and then after that I'll return to the podium to take any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Sheriff Luna. Good morning. I'm John Garcia, the Mayor, City of Pico Rivera. On behalf of the City Council, I first want to thank Sheriff Robert Luna for his leadership and the dedicated men and women of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department for their tireless work in help keeping our community safe. We are heartbroken by the tragic loss of 13-year-old Said in our city. And only days before, another life was taken at a local gas station. While these incidents are unrelated, they are deeply felt by every resident in Pico Rivera. To the families of these victims, we extend our heartfelt condolences. No family should ever have to endure this kind of pain. No parent should ever have to bury a child. Let me be clear. The safety of Peak Rivera residents and business owners is our highest priority. The City Council has directed our city manager to provide all necessary resources to assist the Sheriff's Department in bringing those responsible to justice. We stand united with our law enforcement partners and our community to make sure that there is no violence in our city of Peak Rivera. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, for being here and your partnership. Now I'm ready for any questions that you may have. Yes, ma'am.
Sheriff Luna, the two people who were in that car, when they were taken in for questioning, obviously they know this man. What did they say? Are you able to disclose any of that conversation and what they believe his motive might have been?
That's still part of our investigation. Obviously, I said earlier the detectives have worked really hard putting this just tragic puzzle together. But everything you asked, all good questions. Those are everything that we're going to present to the DA. And when we catch this individual and take him to court, a lot of those details will be given when at the appropriate time. And I don't mean to sound evasive with my answers, but please remember, right now, we're supporting the family. Our next priority is to get this very dangerous and violent person off the street. But once we make the arrest, the next goal is to prosecute him, or at least turn everything over to the DA's office so they can prosecute him. So he probably, hopefully, doesn't see the light of day anymore after committing something this heinous.
Was trying to be some sort of a distraction?
Yeah, that's all part of the investigation, interviews that are being conducted, and I have faith that our homicide detectives will, at the right time, will bring all that forward and present the best case possible. We have some pretty amazing homicide detectives that work, put it all together for us. All excellent questions, by the way. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Does the suspect have a criminal history?
Yes. My understanding is that he has an arrest and conviction up in Bakersfield. And that's as an adult. In regards to a juvenile, we're still looking at that. There'll be more information there as time goes on.
What was that conviction? Was it for a violent crime?
I believe it was for a violent assault.
Does he have any gang affiliations that you know of?
That is part of the investigation. Highly likely, yes. I'm talking about the suspect. Victim had nothing to do with gangs.
Do you believe that he's still in the area?
We believe he may be, but again, that's why we're here, asking for the public's help, our community's help, because somebody knows him. There are people that know this guy. They know where he's at. They need to call us. I mean, to murder an innocent 13-year-old in front of his mother the way he did, we as a community, this is completely unacceptable. We need to get this guy off the streets.
Is that photo surveillance image from the gas station of that night, or is that an unrelated incident when he was seen?
I'm just going to say it was within the area. I'll leave it at that for now. All right. Any other questions? If anyone wants to do stuff in Spanish, talk to Nicole. We'll do that off to the side. And again, thank you for covering this. And I really urge you to please help us get this individual off the street. He's already done something horrible. We don't want him to repeat this. So thank you very much for your assistance. Thank you.